All right, so it's about 6:15, so we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Dana, and I have Michael and Kristen with me, and we're presenting for Tactical Marketing Labs on the topic of mobile email marketing. So with smartphone use and mobile email marketing growing tremendously, small and medium-sized businesses like yours really must consider how to take your email campaigns mobile. So the biggest question you may come across is whether you must rethink your entire strategy, your email campaigns and things like that, or whether you really just need to reformat that content that you already have. So this is a question that we're going to answer tonight by introducing you to 5 tactics that will help you find smartphone users, add them to your marketing list, and convert them into restaurant patrons. But first we'll consider why email marketing is so important and why mobile email marketing is important specifically. So here you'll see that the Nielsen Company reported that 38% of all mobile phones in the U.S. are smartphones. And on a study specifically on smartphones conducted by ExactTarget, it shows that 53% of smartphone users check their emails several times per day, 29% check throughout the day, and 66% check at least once per day. So that's a huge percentage of smartphone users that are they're engaged with their email consistently. But perhaps the most compelling statistic is that email is the most effective purchase trigger when compared with text, Facebook, and mobile applications. So 55% of smartphone users take action based on emails as opposed to 41% taking action on text, only 35% based on Facebook, and 32% on shopping applications. So given this information, what's being missed by businesses and restaurants specifically like yours? Most marketers are not adapting or optimizing their emails to accommodate the limits of a much smaller touchscreen environment. We've probably all had to pinch our screens, enlarge, and scroll around to read emails or even view websites. I mean, those same concepts apply to email. You don't want to do that. You want it to make an easy interface for your users to see and use. So then there's also just a lot of opportunities to engage your audience with mobile technology, and you really don't want to be missing out by ignoring mobile email marketing. So you really don't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. And so this doesn't happen. This is why we're going to discuss what you need to do to adapt email marketing for an increasingly mobile audience. And we're also going to discuss the objectives and motivations of smartphone users in an attempt for you to find them, attract them, and have them respond to your restaurant's email marketing efforts. So we'll pass off to Kristen now, and she's going to begin by talking about the first mobile email tactic, which is understanding your audience.
Thank you, Dana. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go through some of the steps. So the first thing you're going to want to do is understand your audience. Just like with all marketing campaigns, you're going to really want to make sure you have a good grasp of what your audience or customers are really like. Are they using their mobile devices in the way you're looking to market to them? You want to make sure your strategy really matches where your audience is, or else you're completely missing your target. Make sure they're viewing these emails on their mobile phones. Steps to understand your audience. Look at doing some basic steps to understanding your audience. What are your customers currently doing? Are they reading emails you're sending on another way besides just mobile? You can look at using a free tool like Google Analytics that will help show you what portion of viewers are viewing your website from the website or from their mobile device. There are so many companies that can also help you track if they're looking at your emails through their mobile device. The Digital Command Center is an example of one of those companies that can help you do just that. How to use this information. Find out how important these mobile strategies really are to your consumers. You might have seen a shift from 2010 to 2011 in terms of an increase of people using mobile devices, but are these the customers that are really making the sales? If they're not the customers that are making the sales, it might not be as important for you to look at doing an email marketing campaign. You might just really want to focus on your desktop strategy still. But if it's where they're at, then it's probably going to continue to increase over the years. So you're going to really want to take a good look at what's going on. Step 2, strategize your move to mobile. Don't forget that even if a majority of your audience is using their mobile devices, they will also still want to get that desktop experience. They're still going to go to your website and view it on their desktop occasionally. So make sure you don't take your strategy completely away from that. Develop certain campaigns with messages that make sense to do with a mobile campaign. Don't go all out and completely lose all your other strategies. It might make more sense for a coupon campaign to go through an email where they can easily show their waitress once they get to your restaurant. How do you recognize opportunity? Consider the content, purpose, and goal of your email message. Some of them might be more useful on mobile, such as the lunchtime coupon I was just talking about, or a buy one, get one free promotion. Don't forget to track these results and run tests. You'll be able to then see if these were actually successful or if you should move towards another style. In step 3, take advantage of media communications to build customer lists. For example, if you're at a restaurant like P.F. Chang's, whenever they're actually in the restaurant, you can have little flyers at the table inviting them to opt in to mobile offerings by sending a text right there. They might immediately get back an offer for a free coupon or dessert, and then they'll be automatically added into your email marketing campaign. This is a great way to utilize current technology. And now I'll pass it over to Michael.
Thanks, Kristen. Okay, so tactic 4 is to adjust your email layout to a smartphone's smaller screen. The goal here is usability in the mobile environment. You don't want to make your smartphone users have to zoom in or scroll forever to read or find your text. How frustrating, and we've all been there, to hit a landing page on your mobile device and find that your fingers are too large, you can't accurately hit a link, or you're going somewhere you don't want to go. So we've got a universal list of best practices for designing email for viewing in a mobile environment. The first tip is to use a single column of text and try to keep that column of text under 500 pixels in width. You want to also increase your font size. Microsoft and Apple both recommend using 16 to 18 pixels for body of text and 21 or 22 for headlines. You want to leave enough space around buttons and links for fingers to tap them without hitting the wrong object. The design principles for email should be applied throughout the path to conversion. So when we say conversion, we mean whatever action you consider a success for your campaign. This could be a list sign up, a coupon redemption, or anything that you consider successful as a part of the campaign. If the email is compelling enough to engage a reader to take the next step, then the point of transaction needs to be just as simple for the user to navigate and use. And remember, test, test, test. It's always easy to check and test your sends on as many different mobile devices as possible. So tactic 5 is, it's more than appearance. You want to adjust your message content for the mobile environment. When your customer sees an email on their phones, they're most likely in the middle of doing something. Typically, people are checking their email when they have a break at work or in between activities. Understanding this will help guide all of your mobile communication efforts. So looking at design principles, here's what you need to consider. So you want to condense your copy and get focused. Don't lose your reader rambling on and on long paragraphs or displaying a barrage of offers in copy. Choose one offer or deal that makes sense to your mobile user and make the details clear in a short, compelling message. Don't make the offer confusing or require your viewer to work to see your offer. Only provide what's essential to the offer. Not only is it easier to capture the attention of your reader this way in a short span, but it's easier to read your message on a small screen. Another issue is your subject line and from field. The inbox on your mobile device is much different than Outlook on your desktop. When it comes to preview, you only have approximately 60 characters to capture their attention. So regarding subject, you need to assume that probably only about 30 or so characters are going to show up on the screen of just about any mobile device. Remember, you've got many platforms out there, so most of them have small screens. The key to the from field is just getting it right. Many email clients allow you to create a unique vanity address for your campaign. What this means basically is that the email shows up. You can customize who the email shows up from. Sometimes a person's name will be appropriate and get the best response. Other times the company name is what will be recognized. So you want to make sure that your recipients understand who the message is coming from so it's not deleted or targeted as spam. So in conclusion, we want you to get excited about mobile email marketing and let it inspire your message. It won't be long until GPS and geofencing technology allows businesses to automate messaging to customers when they're nearby. Imagine a system that will automatically allow you to send out messages about your lunch special to all of your subscribers that are within 5 miles of your restaurant at about 11:30 in the morning. So in review of our strategy here, Tactic 1, you need to understand your audience and figure out approximately how much of your audience is using mobile technology. What does the trend look like? If this portion is significant and the big hitters when it comes to sales, you need to adapt your strategy accordingly. Tactic 2, with regard to strategy, don't jump all in. If you can't go 100% to mobile strategy, you can't do so at the expense of your desktop user. So strike a good balance and stay in touch on all platforms. Tactic 3, make sure to take advantage of mobile technology to target mobile users and build your list. And 4, with regard to design, adjust your email layouts to be viewable on a smaller screen. Remember, you need to be able to convert without frustrating a customer. And finally, adjust your message content too, specifically for the mobile environment. So embrace the mobile environment, use these 5 tactics to optimize your strategy, and you'll be on your way to maximizing mobile technology. So now we're ready to take some questions.
Okay, well, if there aren't any questions, then we will wrap it up. Thanks for joining us today.